When do you start taking down your Christmas lights? It's January 6th today, and I thought probably should start thinking about taking down my lights. I am not the first person that takes down my lights. Usually I'm the last one in the neighborhood every year. I do enjoy having my lights, but I live in a place that doesn't get a lot of snow. So what I like to do is I like to wait for at least a snowstorm so I can get a good picture of my lights in the snow, because it took me a month to put them up. But we don't always get a snow, so I'm usually watching the weather to see if snow is coming. One time I did get a letter from the HOA saying that my lights had 30 days to come down, and it was in February. So in my head I thought, hey, that means I got 30 more days so I can get into March before I take down my Christmas lights. After I got that letter, the HOA actually rescinded the letter and said that wasn't supposed to be sent. And some of the board members put their lights back up on their house, and to say we now have a new HOA management company. So that was kind of a fun little story about my lights and how I do not live in an area where people dislike lights. And it's just fun to have them up. But it will take me probably a couple weekends to take them down. So I'm curious, when do people start taking them down? I know some people will take them down right away after Christmas or on January 1st, but that's just not me. I'll get to them. Usually by middle of February, they're down. What I do is I turn off my two big trees, this green tree and my blue tree over here. So what I do is I have less lights that are actually running to save on my electric bill a little bit. And then I'll probably leave all these lights on the ceiling or on the roof on, and I'll leave the lights around the bottom, the Tru-tones, the ones that have the classic vintage look, and I'll turn off the twinkly and all the other LED lights, which cost me about 13 cents an hour to run all night long. So I did learn that. But I'm curious. I'm in a lot of Christmas light groups, and some people are taking them down. Some people really seem to care when they come down. I don't really care when people bring them down. I have thought about leaving some of these lights on this year, maybe on my steps where I can change the color, or maybe put less lights up here so that I can have them be some sort of like seasonal lights, maybe just along the top so there's not so many. Yep, that was my question. So I'm just curious when people take their lights down. I still have mine up, and I'll probably leave them up at least till I know there's no snow coming, because I really want to see them in the snow. Have a great night.